Fell asleep, spiral even deeper, woke up in a living nightmare. Stepped into a new dimension, no direction, never said I'd fight fair. I got the fire!
We're all good things. I'm Dan. Liz is here too with me, but yeah,
Hey.
thanks for jumping.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing
We're
good,
awesome.
man. How you doing? Good, yeah.
Good to have you back again. We were just saying before, it seems like forever since we've caught up.
Yeah, man, you've been busy. We've been busy. It's been a while. I think, 18 months since we talked to you last. So yeah, it's been a minute, man. A lot of catching up we have to do.
Damn straight we do. Well, we shall start off with the fact that after a self-imposed absence, All Good Things returned recently with 2 songs in the last couple of months, starting with the Venom in June and then No Regrets earlier this month. So firstly, welcome back.
Thanks, man. Yeah, feels good. We just played our first show in a minute a couple weekends ago too, so it does feel like the band's back. So yeah, it's good. Thank you.
No, so the band built yourself up like a massive momentum following your 2021 album, A Hope in Hell, which featured the massive hit For the Glory. So was it a bit of a risk pulling back after that album cycle rather than pushing forward?
I don't know. I don't think it was a risk. I think it was just less pressure, I guess. I think with the last release, we put out For the Glory before Hope and Hell dropped, so we were always trying to kind of chase that, or at least like ride the momentum. So yeah, I don't think now it just kind of has been more relaxed, and we're just writing stuff that we're having fun writing and having fun making music again.
So you came back with the single The Venom. So tell us a bit more about that song and why you chose that particular one to reintroduce yourself to the world.
Yeah, I think the Venom was just kind of the same, aggressive kind of sports anthem that really got For the Glory. People interested in For the Glory in the band, and it kind of seemed to touch on the same, I guess, notes. But yeah, I don't know. It just felt like also one of the first ones we managed to mix and get ready before the rest of the album came together. But I don't know, feeling to chime in there, Liz. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the last 18 months after we, did a bunch of touring and everything, really got our names out there, built a live fan base, as well as, people obviously originally only knew us from studio stuff that we'd done. So, we spent 2 or 3 years, getting in people's faces and everything. And then the album, having to do a sophomore album, well, kind of sophomore as in, releasing as an artist, and when that came around, we were like, where do we want to be? What do we want to do? And we decided that we really wanted to get back to what made us big in the first place, which is, all of the fans that reached us through movies and gaming and sports and, all of our military fans and everything. They were still with us, and they were still, looking for, the kind of music that we were making. And so, yeah, that was kind of the turning point for us in deciding to go back independent again and just, making the music that felt true to us and felt true to our fan base. And so, we spent a lot of time just writing when we felt like it, writing when it felt right, and kind of getting that magic back again. Without the pressure of, a record company or radio, saying, oh, it needs to be more this, it needs to be more that. We're just like, let's just write what feels right to us. And so that's what we did. And Venom was kind of the first one. Like Dan said, that was the first one that came together. And we're like, this kind of represents who we are, who we've always been. And so, yeah, we dropped that one, and the fans seemed to love it. And it immediately ended up on lots of videos and stuff, people making TikToks and reels and everything using that music. So yeah, so
and I think I was just gonna say it's not like Venom really, I think, jumped out as we have to release that song first, because we all kind of argued back and forth what should be the first song that people should hear again, and it was kind of a lot of debate there just to decide, because I don't necessarily think it's our best song, but it just seemed like the appropriate reintroduction for everyone to get back into the band. But yeah, definitely excited about a lot of the new songs. The album's coming together real well. We're getting pretty close to the finish line here. So yeah, people seem to be digging the first two. So hopefully they like the rest of it.
Very cool. Now,
Yeah.
you raised a good point there, Liz. Like in this modern age where everything's so rushed and there's so much content coming out all the time, like people forget the fact that sometimes you need to go away for people to appreciate you. Like it doesn't work being in their faces all the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of didn't work for us in that we got to the point where we were like, getting pushed down a road, like, oh, you've got to really think about active rock, how are you going to fit into active rock, how are you going to fit into active rock radio and everything. And, when we dropped For the Glory and even Comeback, they did well on active rock, but we kind of didn't really fit into that pigeonhole, So, and so then we had to make the decision, were we going to try to fit into that pigeonhole, or were we just going to keep making the music that made sense to us and that made sense to our core fans and everything? And in the end, every time we got in the studio and started writing, we just kept, we were making like new sounds and coming up with new ideas and everything, and kind of a lot of the songs on the new album are quite different stylistically, but had that core thing of like, that core emotion that we've always had in our music. And we were like, what, if it doesn't work on radio, let's just be true to ourselves and true to the fans and everything, because they've always stood by us. They always, listen to our music. They always, they always come whenever we release something. They always come back. The other thing that we really wanted to try was getting out of that framework, that real record label framework of like, getting all the songs together, getting an album approved, and then releasing an album single by single. And we've started to watch how a lot of the other bands are doing it. And, now in 2024, bands are releasing singles, a lot of people aren't releasing albums at all. And, they're releasing a lot more frequently, like dropping a single every 6 weeks or every 2 months. And that's feeling a lot more organic, and it makes more sense now, as opposed to, the traditional way that we've done it for so many years, that everyone's done it for so many years. So we're like, let's try that. We have control over our music. We have control over when we get in the studio and everything. We can do that. So we've decided to do that. And, like we've got another song coming out at the end of September now, and we're just going to keep trying to do that, like dropping a new song every 6 to 8 weeks, and dropping it in the order that makes sense to us and feels right to us, and and all the while still creating as well. So the album's not even finished yet. We're still creating, and it feels really fresh and fast, and it feels like the ideas are really fresh, as opposed to how we did it before, where we'd be sitting on songs for 3 years before the label would finally give us the go ahead to to drop the songs. So it's a lot more exciting. It feels a lot more fresh and fun, and
Very cool. Now the 2 songs you've released so far are No Regrets and Venom. So are those 2 songs indicative of what you expect from the new album, or are they just scratching the surface?
I think definitely scratching the surface. We've kind of got weird with some of the new ones. I think like we've touched on a lot of stuff we haven't in the past. Like I don't know. We wrote a song about freaking aliens and abduction, and like been messing around with some AI ideas, and not musically but lyrically, and just kind of getting weird, having fun with it. I think we got a lot of. I think when you're trying to write the big hit, you have so many people telling you like, for example, I think All Good Things has always been about us and the fans, and lyrically, a lot of times we lean towards writing about a group or is about us as a whole, or using we in a chorus. And I feel like that's not really traditional. We've had some feedback about, you're not going to have a song blow up writing about a group as a whole, but it kind of feels right for us. So we've had a lot of songs that we just kind of, I don't know, just felt like continuing and finishing out of the fun of it that maybe we wouldn't have necessarily explored before, but like, I don't know, writing a song about an alien abduction is something the band's never really touched before. So, just trying to get weird, have fun, keep it fresh, and not, repeat what we've been doing. I think there's a lot of variety too as far as energy goes. There's some more melodic, catchy, poppy songs, and there's some real heavy, aggressive stuff. And I think there's some stuff we've still yet to write for this one. So yeah, we're just having fun with it and taking it as it goes.
But how tempting was it, like when you sat down for the writing process? Like, how tempting was it just to recycle the winning formula from "A Hope in Hell"? Like, because that worked, like it'd have to be in the back of your mind.
Yeah, well, I think the formula is not going to change too much as far as like always trying to, at least lyrically, motivate people. It's always kind of been about that, whether it's, people getting through their everyday lives or weightlifting or sports or whatever. It's kind of been the general, flavor of the band is to motivate. So I think it's still that lyrically. We've just kind of gotten more feeling there. There's a lot of moods we've touched, and yeah, a lot of dynamic in the new songs, and even with some songs not going as guitar heavy and just messing around with more electronic drums and stuff like that. And yeah, just lyrically, Liz and I have been trying to get weird, and we always really tag team lyrics and struggle over them and go back and forth for sometimes months, but we always end up with too many lyrics, I think, in general. We always joke about, but
100%.
Yeah, we're always, her and I track them, and we're always like, why do you throw so many words in these songs? We're just gonna have to relearn these at some point later. Damn. But no, we've been having a lot of fun with it. We just did another 2 songs a couple weeks ago, and yeah, those have been coming together. So yeah, just back to having fun and not stressing the writing process or the recording, really.
Yeah. And I think trying to find new ways to say what we usually say, like the core emotion of it is the same, but I think we're braver than ever. Dan and I have been braver than ever over the last, 12, 18 months, just really pushing the envelope, trying to come up with new ways to, think about things and talk about things. And yeah, we're even like getting to the point now where we're like, let's use a word that has never been used in a song ever before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got quite a few of them in there now. So
yeah.
What's the best word this is made up?
Man, I mean, we tried to work, I don't know, there's a few things we tried to work at. It usually becomes like a challenge where like, how do you sneak in this word without it sounding like jumping out and just standing out as being so awkward? And I don't know.
I think the best one we've got so far is unidentified. What is it? Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, and that's not even the song about aliens either. That one, I haven't really finished that one yet, but we were like, all right, we got to work that into a verse somehow, and it kind of flowed and worked naturally. It's one of those where it's in there, but it doesn't stand out as so awkward. But yeah, we put a line about probing in there too. We're getting weird with the new stuff.
Break me on this one.
Yeah, we're getting weird with it, having fun.
Yeah. And have you set yourself a time frame for when you want it to be finished and out, or are you just letting it come as it does?
It's been fun to just finally release stuff and get some feedback from the fans, and just I don't know, we were kind of nervous. Just it's been so long since we self-released and just dropped a song in general that wasn't a cover. We were kind of handcuffed and forced to only do covers there for a minute. So when we finally dropped Venom, it was nice to get some feedback from the fans, and it seemed like they really enjoyed it. I think No Regrets kind of struck a lot of the people that really fell in love with Hold On. I think they've kind of loved that song too. So yeah, I think just getting the feedback from the fans has been exciting enough. I'm really excited about the next single we're gonna drop. It's probably my favorite new one. But yeah, I don't think there's necessarily a date we're shooting for. I'd like to say maybe at the very beginning of next year, but at the same time we'll be pumping singles out until then. And it just kind of seems like when the record's done, it'll be done. And we don't really know how many songs it's going to be yet, but it could be 9, 10, could be 19, or who knows what it's going to be. But yeah.
Cool. Well, can you tell us a bit more about the new song that you're going to drop then, and roughly when that's coming out?
Yeah. What, September 28th? Is that what it is? 27th?
September 27th slated for. So, and yeah, this song is a really cool one. I don't know, do we talk about the title, or do you want to
yeah, I mean,
hold on to that for now, or
yeah, maybe we'll save it for a sec. But yeah, it's just a real aggressive song that I don't know, I remember coming up with the lyric on a drive, at least just after watching a Shoresy episode with like a big hockey fight in it, and I was just wanted to capture like the energy behind this hallway fight scene. And yeah, I don't know, it's just a very anthemic, pump up kind of song. I guess it doesn't really matter, we can tell you what it's called. It's gonna be called Filthy Animals. But yeah, just I think kind of a new flavor too that the band hasn't really put out in a minute. And I don't know, yeah, it just seems to, it's one of those songs where I wake up every day and it's stuck in my head, and like not in a good way, where it's like this really aggressive screaming of myself just on repeat, just the intro of this like, where like I'm just tired waking up and I'm like got this vocal screaming in my head, and it's, you know, just obnoxious. But I think, I don't know, we were joking that could inspire some sort of video idea. But yeah, man, I don't know, super excited to release that one. Honestly, I didn't even know if we decided if that would be the next one or not, or maybe but yeah,
it is now.
We were
exactly.
Yeah, it is now, totally.
Okay.
We were kind of up and down about it, but I think the song came together really quick. It was one of those ones like For the Glory was, which it came together. Dan came in with this great idea, and we're like, damn, that's really catchy. And then we played it to the band, and the band like freaked out about it, and everybody wanted to play it live. We actually played it live at in the gig we did in Montana 2 weeks ago, and it went down really, really well. So, and it was I think we just finished the song, and we'd done a scratch demo of it. And a friend of ours who is a movie producer was looking for some music for this new movie called Stand Your Ground that's coming out in 2025. And he said, oh, you know, if you got anything like super aggressive, like rock, like metal for this movie, like about an army veteran. And we're like, well, actually, we've just finished this song and we haven't even got a demo. Like, it's just a demo at the moment. And so we played it to the director, and the director completely freaked out and like, yes, this is the end title for the movie. So yeah, so that's when we knew like definitely we're on a good thing. So yeah, that Stand Your Ground is going to come out I think early 2025. But yeah, Filthy Animals we're looking at dropping at the end of September. So yeah, so that's super exciting. We're excited about that song.
I got to finish artwork for it, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, you better pull your finger out now, because you got what, 4 weeks and 2 days.
Yeah, we're good at crunch time. Yeah, we're good at crunching.
Well, been a pleasure catching up with you again. All Good Things are back. The 2 songs are out now, The Venom and No Regrets, with the new banger coming out on September 22nd. So make sure you go to all their socials and keep up to date with what's happening.
You fell asleep, spiral even deeper, woke up in a living nightmare. Stepped into a new dimension, no direction, never said I'd fight fair. I got the fire! Anxiety, a higher frequency comes at the sight of me. I slide into the room, I come in quietly, 'cause I'm the king, the one that they all wanna be. They envy me. Snake eyes, I see in the dark, I see behind their smiles. Soon I'll make my mark, I'll have them hypnotized. I can smell the fear that keeps them paralyzed. I got the feeling, everything I want is for the taking. Nobody speaks 'cause everybody's waiting for me to make a move. They feel their blood pressure spiking, 'cause soon I'll be striking. Now you wonder why you can't breathe. Feel it burning through your bloodstream. You try to scream, not feel even deeper, woke up in a living nightmare. Stepped into a new dimension, no direction, never said I'd fight fair. I got the venom. You'll feel it sinking and sinking in. You'll feel it sinking and sinking in. You'll feel it sinking and sinking in. Deeper. Now you wonder why you can't breathe. Feel it burning through your bloodstream. You try to scream.